Welcome to another episode of Divas of Design, episode 9, the Diva Wears Prada. That's what I've called this week's episode.
That's very good.
Look, having to come up with the puns every week is like always either a last minute process. Last episode was originally Divas of Tomorrow because I forgot that the previous episode was called Whatever Happened to the Divas of Tomorrow. So I was like, oh, I guess I should change that. Diva Vision, sure. Just taking things that I know of and replacing the word. How are you? Okay, so those not listening ever before, we'll do the Stan Soapbox thing. We are two trans girls with no history in fashion. We just love talking about, love you just shaking your head for all the listeners. We just love talking about costume designs, mostly in superhero comics, but also like movies, wrestling, title belt design has been the first episode. It was funny, the Yeti, which came up last week when my friends were showing me this video. But how are you, Christie, my co-partner in crime?
Hey, hi. I got some exciting news, actually. So I was working this past Friday, as one does when you have a 9 to 5. And last week was annoying because I'm not sure what it is, but I was getting like 7 to 8 spam calls a day. I'm not sure why, but on Friday I got a call. It was a New Jersey number. Most of them from New York, from New Jersey, so I answered it. And it was Planned Parenthood of my local city, and they were like, "Hey, we have an opening for your first HRT consultation. So at the end of the month, I am getting that done, which I'm very excited about."
Woo! Hell yeah!
Which is exciting because
Yeah,
that hopefully
obviously
means I'll get my titty skittle pills.
I mean,
next month.
So many pills. You can get medication multiple ways, but I go for the pills myself. Easier for me to deal with.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's also a needle, but I'm not sure where you stand on needles. But I'm not a fan.
Yeah, look, needles hurt.
Yeah, right.
You also have to go to a place. Well, no, I guess they give it to you.
Yeah, no. See, I trust myself. I'm not an idiot. Debatable, but I trust myself more with pills than a needle.
Yeah, there's also gels. I know.
Okay.
I think some of my friends have gel. I don't know if that's an option over here. If that was England.
Okay.
But I know there's different options where, depending upon where you live.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we can pray that we get to keep these rights for these.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Jersey, so I'm good for a while. Yeah, Jersey.
PA is like, we might fuck you over.
I will fight Dr. Oz if they try that shit.
Yeah. So, great news.
Yes.
Awesome to hear.
Yes.
I guess we should do like what else is recent with you?
Oh, so I beat Elden Ring last week, which is the
Congrats,
first. Thank you.
I guess.
Also, very, very. I feel oddly accomplished with that. So now that Elden Ring is underneath my belt, I've been helping my partner play her run, and I beat the Miles Morales game for the PS5, which rules. It's a good.
Cool,
It's a good video game, and been reading a lot of comics. You know how there's a bit of like a supply chain issue with paper and whatnot.
Sure.
Yeah, so books were delayed for a while, but now they're coming out, and now so it's like what it used to be like 1 or 2 books a week. It's like 4 to 6 books a week. So it's been a lot of comic books, like the Hellfire Gala. Remember we ranked that? Yeah,
we talked about some of the designs. I'm sure I knew that you would have things to say about it.
Yeah, that came out yesterday. Well, I guess today. Yes, I bought it yesterday because my comic shop does not believe in street dates, which I applaud them for. Good issue. Really enjoyed that. Been reading that. Been reading a lot of Berserk because that's on sale again, and love me some Berserk. And Dreamer's now in the DC universe, and I wish he was in a better book. But
I cannot bring myself to care about aged up Jonathan Kent.
No, I don't.
I miss young baby boy Super Sons Jonathan Kent. He was fun. It's great that he's queer, but I don't care.
Right.
You're so boring.
Right. We had a boring queer character. His name was Bobby Drake, and we were fine with him. I don't need 2 of them.
Well, that's a different universe.
Yeah,
so.
Right. Well, for the most part, DC's been pretty good with having fun gay characters, like your Batwomans, your Harley Quinns, your Poison Ivies, your Catwomans.
Yeah, the Bobby Drake is so. That was a Bendis thing too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a Bendis thing. Yeah.
Jesus. Like,
Uh,
and that's far worse, I think, because like the coming out of Bobby Drake was Jean Grey brainwashing Bobby Drake into
did you?
saying it.
So yeah, did you read Jay Editon's piece on that?
No,
Jay Editon did a piece for Playboy, I believe, on
I
outing Bobby, and they were pro it because sometimes your coming out story isn't a happy time, sometimes it's traumatic and shitty, and that's why they liked it. I think that's a really cool take on that, to be
see. I
honest.
remember their original take when I was listening to Jay and Miles explain the X-Men,
Yes.
and like it was there's a strong case can be made that Bobby Drake is bisexual,
Mhm.
like because there is so much history in the comics of him being bisexual. The problem is Jean Grey is shown to be using her telepathic powers in the process, and she's like this is the young transferred to the future, her future, current, present. So it's like, did Jean Grey just forcibly make Bobby Drake gay? Because that's the joke that will continue forever.
A little Bean, I think, is the handling for young Jean when she was still around.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
jeez,
she's small.
that's a terrible nickname.
Listen. I'm not gonna not gonna debate that. I had someone who spit it a list told me that, and I was like, okay, that's cute, I guess.
And it's like weird because it ends up being because it's time travel, so it's not even the same Bobby Drake. It's Bobby Drake from a different universe.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not gonna try to explain Marvel time travel because it's complicated enough. Let alone
It is not. Mark Grunwald wrote the rules back in like the 80s.
right, but like
There's
that's
11 rules. They're easy to understand. And if you do not understand them, you should not be writing a time travel story. That's his final rule.
well, I'm not writing though. I'm not currently writing for Marvel
That's
Comics
fair.
or anybody actually.
That's fair. Also, he's, long since passed away,
Yes.
and Bendis probably wouldn't give a damn. But anyway, look, that's a weird time. But, like, everyone that I talk to is like, yeah, no, Jean Grey made Bobby gay. I don't know. It's not out of the realm of belief based on reading that comic. And, like, I don't know, because like especially when young Bobby talks to older Bobby, it's such a weird scene.
I think that's also like it's very weird, but also very on brand for X-Men. Like, is this the dumbest shit? Yes. Are you reading an X-Men comic? Yes. It's on brand then. Anyway, so John Kent Superman, kind of a boring book.
Yeah. Damn, I really went off on that tangent.
Taking that back. It's my fault. I made a Bobby Drake joke.
I know.
I'm glad that that Dreamer is going to be appearing in her own miniseries soon, though.
Oh yeah, look,
Nicole.
I love Nicole Maines so much, and I love
Yes.
the character.
Yes.
Seeing like all her quotes about it was like, nobody look. If they ever put Dreamer in a Nightwing book, keep me away from it because I'm gonna just try to make them kiss. And I'm like, I respect that girl.
Yeah, that's entirely understandable. It is Dick Grayson. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, what have
Last
you been up
week,
to?
oh yeah, I had like a fun weekend,
Oh,
which
cool.
was busy. I had a dentist appointment, which like so originally, so there was this house con planned for this past weekend,
Okay.
and I was like, well, I can't make it. It's the week after 4th of July. There's no way I can get off from work, and I believed this for months.
Right.
It turns out like the week before, I realized, oh, I already have off that Friday. Because I have a dentist appointment in the morning. Like, I'll just go for the cleaning and then, like, drive straight from there.
Cool.
I end up, they found cavities, so, like, that sucks, but,
Yeah.
Whatever. But otherwise, the dentist was like, everything else looks great. Like, we'll just fix this up. That'll be fine. It's just basically a filling that came loose or something. No. So we went out and it was a tabletop role playing convention, which your friend will be very happy to hear some takes. They're probably not
Okay.
spicy.
Okay.
I showed up just in time to play Pasión de las Pasiones. That is a game powered by the Apocalypse game about playing Spanish. Well, this seems redundant to say, but Spanish telenovelas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
The place that we played in was a Star Trek setting that like my friend always does. So that's always fun.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's like, look, they the pitch I guess that he presented is like, look, Star Trek's very popular, and they decided to like sell the brand off, and somebody bought like the rights to make it in
Okay,
Mexico. So
okay,
now like
okay.
they made a telenovela
You lost
based in Star Trek.
you lost me for a moment, not like on the quality idea, just because like what was going on, but now I'm back in it and I love it.
Oh
That's
yeah,
very good.
like I played La Belleza this time. Previously, I played La Empleada, which is like it's the maid that's always like they're super beautiful and people love them and chase after them, but they're always in over their head.
Right.
And like the beauty is the one that takes over scenes and just shuts people down left and right. It's like, oh, I love you, but I can't be with you. Like rile them. You get to rile them up and then just immediately like, we are not going to though.
That is so good.
And like that happened because like there's the La Empleada, like she was like got misconstrued by her two lovers like going to meet with each other, and then so she ran to me because she knows how I go to her to unwind, and I rile her real up. I'm like, but I was playing a Romulan and she was working for the Federation. I'm like, I would love to be with you, but you work for the Federation. It's just and she's like, oh, my heart keeps getting broken, and like it's a delight. Like it gets real ridiculous.
That is wild.
Yeah, no, I love it. Then yeah, like I got there, took some Philly soft pretzels and picked up some water ice because I'm from Philadelphia. Other
Right.
people call it Italian ice.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's how you understand. If you know what Rita's is, you know what
Yes.
water ice is.
Yeah, I think this is very much tell us we're from the East Coast
Yes.
without us telling you we're from the East Coast.
Yeah. People that call it shaved ice, get out of my life.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I mean, unless I really like you, but
Yeah.
it's not shaved ice.
What region is that from? Because I've heard Italian ice is what I'm familiar with.
So, I just know, like, there's this other podcast I listen to, and I tuned in live last week, and the guy used to live in New York, and he basically moved to Philly at the start of the pandemic, and he's
Right.
been there since, and
Smart move.
I said, I'm like, all right, how Philly are you now? Do you call it water ice or Italian ice? And he's like, I really love a shaved ice. I'm like, what? That is not a shaved ice. So,
Oh.
that was like, I was like Madeline Kahn in Clue. Then that night, I can't remember the name of the game, but it's dark. It's a dark game. And it's basically a sort of an improv storytelling game based on a true story of this serial killer from the 30s. I do not remember the name, but it's about like this man. This was a real. So you have to treat it seriously because it is a real story, and all the names they have not been changed.
Oh.
You are playing the mind of this serial killer.
Oh, that's
And,
dark.
like
Holy crap.
he was famous for like he won like world championships for soap carving, and he was in love. Like he used to rent a room from this family, and he was in love with the one daughter.
Right.
But she married someone else.
Okay.
And like he was brought up with a very religious background, and he and the mother always got along, and like it's about playing out how the night in which he murders the mother, her other daughter, and the other boarder that is now living at the house.
Oh.
And it's like, so what, like one player is narrating the events, like you see the next step of the night, and you keep narrating up to that without ever talking about it. And the other players ask, like as they're taking the cards that have like pictures of soap on the back, and like they're taking scissors and just like cutting, like they're just carving the soap, and like they can like they're supposed to like interrupt with leading questions or loaded questions, or what does this remind you of, and then like you can trade the soap, and that's when you pass off narration. So like, yeah, it's real dark.
Yeah.
The hardest part for me was when I was like just talking about like what I'm doing is like, all right, I like at times it felt like treading water because like I'm not allowed to say what's on the back of the next card. Like I have to just talk about stuff. That's why like it's very important for other players to ask questions, to interrupt the train of thought, even though it might feel rude to interrupt the train of thought. But like one is like, you stand before the doorstep waiting to ring the bell.
That's
like,
cool.
And it talks about like Yeah, I forget. He smothered the mother with a pillow. Um, like the daughter comes and he hid the body under the daughter's bed, the
Oh
one
my
daughter's bed. Then,
God.
then I think he smothered the daughter on top, and then like the boarder came home, but he's deaf. Like he was deaf in real life,
Cool.
and then he stabbed him a lot of times with the
What a,
scissors. So
oh.
it's just like there's no cleaning that up, and like this was done the night before Easter Sunday, and then he just moves to Chicago and lives there for 2 years before something happens. He's recognized and he turns himself in. Like, and he'd been
Christ.
in and out of mental facilities beforehand, and like it was like it's real dark,
Yeah,
obviously. So
that's
because like
that is not a fun time.
no, but like all the other games were like filled. I'm like, yeah, like sure, I'll try this out.
Yeah, if I could play literally anything else, I'd also choose literally anything else.
It was like also short, but yeah. My one friend was running Hearts of Wulin, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse game about playing a wuxia television show, or it's sort of some sort of wuxia show or movie. Like it's just like fighting and like romance, but also you gotta like contain your emotions. You can't like be express. You're not supposed to express them.
Okay.
But like that was a two-parter. In the morning, I wanted to play Masks: A New Generation, which is
Right.
the teenage well, it is the young adult superhero game.
Okay.
Which big into. Like one of
Right.
the main reasons I drove out, but also getting to see people I haven't seen since before the pandemic. So that was pretty great.
Cool.
Just getting to see people and hanging out and chat.
Just- that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Let's see. And then in the afternoon of Saturday, right before leaving, I played the board game Root, which also has like, and I liked it so much I bought the game on
Oh
Steam.
wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's a real like I think it's a pretty cool board game. So, it's got asynchronous rules. So whatever character or faction you're playing does not work the same as any other faction. Well, maybe there's two vagabonds, and if two
Okay.
vagabonds in the game, they play the exact same way. They just might have different roles.
Okay.
I played the thief, which I was in the lead when I left, so. But without ever stealing anything, it was
Oh.
mostly just it's funny. Like there was another lady there that also had green hair. We bonded after I played the soap carving game.
Right.
That's like when we met. But then like she did a thing and like trapped me in the one location. I'm like, you broke the green haired sisterhood. And so like I just started attacking her. I'm like, oh, I get victory points for every time I take a piece of hers off the board in battle. I will keep attacking her.
Wow. Damn.
Like you're not crafting any items for me to take, and I give you cards when I take them, so you're benefiting this. But but like there's like the river traders, and they're basically war merchants. They're like, oh, you're all at war. Here, buy my stuff to help you win the war.
That's how it
Oh,
works.
you need mercenaries? I'll sell you mercenaries. Oh, you want to use the river to travel? Sure, I'll pay me off. Then there's the cats, which are the colonizers.
Okay.
They're trying to colonize the forest.
Okay.
There's the Forest Alliance, which they're the rebel alliance trying to like keep the cats out. There's the Eerie. Nobody played them. They're like the birds, obviously. They're the Airy. But like they're like the main nemesis of the cats, I think.
Makes sense, like real life.
There's the vagabonds. The vagabonds are like so everybody else has like soldiers that they put on the board. The vagabond is just one piece, and he's just like a D&D adventurer, just traveling through the forest. Doesn't really care about most of the squabbles.
Hence
It's
the
like, yeah, he's just like trading and collecting stuff and doing quests and exploring ruins. And so like, but then there's this lizard cult where like they can just convert enemies into their their own minions. Like,
okay.
no, you're a cultist now.
That's how cults be like, though.
And who is the? Oh yeah, my green-haired sisterhood pack breaker. She was playing the Underground Alliance or the Underworld Alliance, where like their criminal conspiracy, where they put little plots on like parcels of land, and people guess what those plots are. It's one of four things. It's either a snare, which happened to me. You can't leave.
Right.
There's a bomb. It'll just kill everything that's there. There's extortion, where like they demand whatever from them, and I don't know what the fourth one is.
Okay.
That's not. They're not in the Steam expansion yet, so I was
Okay.
like, I don't know how to play them. The river one. I can't remember what else, but like, cause we played with like 6 players, and it was a learning game for most people. We did not finish it
Right.
because like it's long.
Oh.
Like it's like a Euro game because
Oh
asynchronous rules with
no.
analysis paralysis. Like because like, but also like, your turn is generally unaffected by what people do on their turn. So like you can walk away and like get a snack and do whatever.
Right.
And like because like Kate came back and was like, oh, you killed a lot of my stuff. I'm like, yes I did.
Yeah, I knew a handful of people who are like into Euro style board games, and
I love them.
I have not found one I really like because it's just like so much.
I mean, there's there's the Euro, and then there's what, Ameritrash or Ameritrash is might be what it's called, but it's like you roll a bunch of dice, and that'll tell you how many more dice you're supposed to roll.
Yeah.
And it's
I also haven't played too many board games recently. Like I'm trying to think what I like. It's mostly been tabletop stuff. Like there's Lord Lesbians, 5th edition, Call of Cthulhu campaign. I'm in, and I think that's it. I bought like back at PAX Unplugged. My partner bought Dead of Winter. I want to say.
that's a pretty fun board game.
She bought that. I got the World of Warcraft Pandemic Edition last year. I had to open that. And we have a bunch of like little shorter games that we eventually have to make time to play. But yeah, that's.
And then Sunday, because I had to come back Saturday night because I had a morning game on Sunday.
Okay.
Star Trek Avengers. Here's your friend, if she wants me to talk about game design. Look, Modifius 2D20 Star Trek Adventures, I think is a terrible written system. Look, it's not terrible. It's very good if you like very crunchy games that have lots of rules.
Right.
But it has a book that is very hard to find those rules.
Okay.
And like, look, the lore in the book about Star Trek, very well in depth, very good. But no, we do not like it. We do not like playing the game. It's got feats, it's got talents, it's got skills. I'm like, this is too much. But then when you roll combat, you roll these custom dice, and if this symbol shows up, it means this. And I'm like,
I honestly swear to God, I thought you said Star Trek Avengers, which I was like, what kind of mashup is this? Tell me more, because like, also because like Tony Stark's obviously like the Captain Kirk.
I mean, I feel like Star Trek probably crossed over in comics, right?
X-Men, the X-Men.
Yeah, I thought so.
Two McCoys.
Which is really weird when you think about it, but I don't know. I guess it depends which crew it is, but.
I believe it was both Kirk's crew and Picard's crew.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of them are like peak queer like DS9 and Strange New Worlds are. So
I gotta watch Strange New Worlds. All my friends screaming about it at the time.
Yeah. And then what was I doing? Oh, and then today I realized. So one of my favorite game settings, 7C. I love swashbuckling adventures movies like The Court Jester, Three Musketeers, Four Musketeers, Return of the Musketeers, Legend of Zorro, Mask of Zorro, all of this stuff. And then today I was realized, like, for years, there's no good systems to play it. Even the original systems are not good. Too crunchy. Oh, not for me. They're not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Then today I was like, wait, it's all about like just being over the top and passionate. And I really love Pasión de los Pasiones. I'm pretty sure, and there was a Zorro telenovela. So I'm like, I think I could just run 7C with Pasión de los Pasiones. So that might be the next thing I try to do.
That's
because like there's the playbook, like there's the El Caballero. It's sort of like the sheriff, heroic. They're no guile. They'll just do things for heart and honor. There's El Jefe, who's basically usually the villain because they've got they've got thugs. So there's La Danya, who's like the matriarch, who's got like weaving webs of like intrigue, and was like, no, I've got I have interest in everything that's going on here. But other than that, the thing that I've been most obsessed with as a friend of the show, Abby, I know we've been almost a half hour me rambling, but look, I started this book yesterday and I could not put it down today. Delilah Green Doesn't Care.
Okay.
It is by, I have to look it up. It is a Hallmark lesbian movie in book form. It's incredible. I love it so much. Is it finished? It's so good. It is by Ashley Herring Blake. It gets real smutty, folks.
Oh.
Real smutty, and like, I'm a monster that listens to it on the speakers.
Oh.
While I'm working, I'm like, hope my dad doesn't come in during this, but I've seen him watching porn out in the open, so I guess it's fine.
Oh, no. Yeah, I started a new book too, which is not as smutty, I think. It's Legends of Latte by Travis Baltrey. It is a story of an orc who's tired of being a warrior, so she opens a coffee shop.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's like a 200 page novel, I think. This will be a short one, I think.
Yeah, this was see, I do the audiobooks, so this was 11 hours 41 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, I started yesterday. I'm like, nope, can't put it down. Love it too much.
That's awesome.
All right, I guess.
Yeah, we should probably
ramble. I've talked about so much shit. Need to get them RB.
Right.
Look, if people want to submit role-playing games for me to rant about, we cannot put them on the list unless we start a new list. But that's even more subjective.
Yeah, I guess like game design. Game design is different from character design, right?
Oh, it's wildly different. There's a lot of structure that goes into making rules for a game.
Yeah, you'd have to do there, and I had to just like smile and nod politely. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, like there's not as much discussion about that. Unless it's like a video game. Even then, I would not feel qualified to. I feel qualified to talk about video games, but not rank a design of a game.
Our spin-off podcast. Well, I have to explain a video game to you, and you have to explain a board game to me.
All right, so for folks that have suffered through this half hour of us rambling, like we said at the beginning, we rank designs, visual designs that audience members submit, and then we submit some ourselves. Costumes, belts, basically some sort of thing in popular culture that has a visual element to it. Our list is 77 strong. Hey. Number 1, the no ghost sign from Ghostbusters. 77, still Elon Tusk from Rick and Morty. Episode 3, not yet dethroned. I want something to dethrone it because it just depresses me.
Do you think in that universe too, Twitter is suing Elon Tusk?
I don't watch Rick and Morty, but sure.
I hope it is.
Yeah. Let's see. This week's list is from Robert. Let us know if you want us to say your last name in the emails, because I'm not gonna say his full name because I'm like he signed it Robert, so I'll just say Robert.
Right. No doxing.
There's a theme.
Oh, okay.
That basically we'll see if you can figure it out. Yay. Well, literally it's like 1 + 2 = 3.
Okay.
So
so it's not 3 different Arrowhead costumes this time.
No.
Okay. Which was a fun list. Not trying to knock on anyone, but that was a fun list.
So let's do screen share.
Yeah.
First up on Robert's list, I looked up a lot of info for this.
Okay.
So because I wanted to be in depth.
Okay.
It is. We're going back to wrestling.
Okay. I can't say anything.
I know. I haven't started sharing it yet.
Okay.
I'm building it up.
Okay.
It is a title belt. Do you have a guess?
Is it modern or retro?
Modern.
Ish. Is it AEW related?
No.
Oh, then I have no idea.
All right. It is Ba, ba, da,
Oh, the John
ba.
Cena spinner
Ba,
belt!
ba, da, ba. Yeah, it is the John Cena spinner belt.
Oh shit! All right, all right.
Okay, the WWE Championship spinner belt.
Okay.
Jonathan, I looked up some info because there was like a documentary or something, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
John Cena claims he was heavily involved in the design of it, and here's the quote that I found. How I was about the Spinner Championship belt. I was much more involved and meticulous about the design, where the diamond should be, the size of the diamonds, the shape of the spinner, the size of the diamonds on the inside of the spinner, where the colored gems should be, the difference in metal, what the leather should feel like. Like, I was so much more into that. And I can believe this because John
Right.
Cena is a crazy person.
Noted cigar and anime enthusiast John Cena.
Yeah, so anyone that is familiar with the spinner belt knows what it is, but for those a lot of people don't know, it is very gaudy. It is a gaudy championship belt. Here's the static photo. They sent the GIF. So
Okay.
it's a black leather belt. There's looks like a big silver plate behind it, but like it's real. Like he talks about like the bling bling of the spinner belt, like because like there's the eagle at up top. There's
Right.
like this WWW scratch logo with the red scratch lined underneath it. There's some looks like rubies dotted around. It says like champ in diamonds underneath. But like the WW and the red line spins.
Yes.
It's called the spinner belt because it
Right.
spins. Like his first spinner belt was the U.S. Championship, which was much more subdued. Only like the red and white flag that were behind most of a gold plate spun. This like it's just like Miz would turn it upside down
Yeah.
for when he was the champion. For a long time, look, I hated this belt for so long, but because I was watching then, because like it is based off because John Cena, for those that don't know, he was a hip hop character for a
Right.
long time. And so they wanted to do like a bling belt for him to be, because he was a rapper.
Right.
He used to be an evil white rapper. I really enjoyed him when he was the evil white rapper, but like, look, he got the and then
sorry,
like his weird catchphrase of hustle, loyalty, and respect. It was like
Right.
that's not very. What I remember the one WrestleMania when he comes out with like a bunch of gangsters in his entrance, 30s style Chicago gangsters. I'm like, yes, gangsters are well known for their hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he feuding with Kurt Angle at this time when he was the doctor of Thugonomics?
Look, I don't know. He feuded with Kurt a lot, so
Just remember there being a thing where Angle brought out a small person dressed as John Cena and just beat the shit out of him.
yeah, that sounds like something that Angle would do or Vince would do.
Right.
I know, like, also in the same video where I got the John quote from, like, immediately follow it's Edge, who just tears apart the spinner belt and how much he hated it. Because, like, all right, we want to give you a custom rated R belt. He's like, all right, I'll come up with all these designs. And they say, no, we're just going to give you, like, the R as the spinner. He's like, God damn it, I hate the belt so much. And, like, I respect that. So, I think, look, I have mixed feelings because I think it's, like, an ugly belt because it's so gaudy,
Right.
but also the function of the design is so brilliant from a marketing aspect because you can just make this is a toy that you can sell.
Right. Yeah.
And if it look, if we're just dealing with art for a character piece, it works for John Cena and only John Cena, and he should have been the only one that held that belt. But
I will counter that it worked for the Miz. For like you said, he can turn the W upside down. It's the Miz.
yeah, but like that was like 8 years into the title reign.
He is the awesome one.
Like it is the mixture of like it's ugly, but it rules.
right.
Like it makes so much sense.
So I'm looking at our list. It's definitely better than the Divas Championship.
Well, obviously, is it better than the Andre the Giant belt?
That would put it above Vi from Arcane, and
But like, it's the obvious comparison. Is it better than the Andre the Giant belt?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
In
like
in
it's
my
the
heart of
question of
hearts-
like, and this is the question of like, which do I think is prettier? I think Andre the Giant's belt is prettier.
Yes.
Which is a better design?
Oh, I still say
Aesthetically, Andre,
yeah,
but
yeah.
functionally,
Spinning goes a long way, folks.
yeah. Look, as something made to sell, the spinner belt is the better design because but look,
It,
I'm not going to fight hard. I'm just presenting the reasons why it could go higher
so no, I think
because it is toyetic.
yeah, it is toyetic, but I think Andre's a better design because Andre looks more like what you think of when you think wrestling belt. I don't think it's as good as Vi from Arcane. Here's a question: is this better or worse than Zorn?
Alright, so
Because this is where we get into the belt. Was it in the final ranking? I feel for this one.
Zorn's pretty crazy.
Right. I guess the real question is: do we like this more, or what do we like better, this or God Felicity?
So here's it's the thing, because comparing it to the belt's easy for me,
right.
but comparing it to aesthetics that I love,
okay,
way harder.
Here's my pitch.
I'd say it's better than Hellfire Gala Cyclops.
Yes, I would say it goes between Catwoman and Cyclops.
Okay.
Because I was glad to see this, but I remember being very excited to see that fucking gray tone on Arctic Assault Catwoman. So I think it goes between those two. Our new number 47.
Fucking the spinner belt is incredible.
That's a good showing, honestly.
Yeah, all right. So, I told you 1 + 2 = 3. So
Okay.
you've only seen one.
Right.
So let's see.
I'm excited to see two.
I'm gonna pull up my Word doc with the info because I have to. Power Rangers Mystic Force, the core
Okay.
5.
Okay.
This is our first multi-group ranking, but I think this is fine. This is easy to read.
Yeah, it's the same
Look,
cost.
Look, for people not watching, I don't know if you're familiar with Power Rangers, but generally 5-color team, each
Right.
character color coordinated. They're pretty great designs. So we got a Green Ranger that's got green, black, and gold as his colors. The cool helmet. He's got it looks like a bull horn on his helmet. This is going from right to left.
Right.
Pink Ranger has a black butterfly face visor part on her helmet. I think the recurring color for everyone is black and gold, it looks like. So, Pink Ranger has the mini skirt with white leggings underneath. These boots are real cool. I love that
Good
gold
boots.
black band
Good
around the
boots.
boots.
Yes. Yeah.
It's sort of like cuffed pirate boots, and they got the sort of around the gloves too, the wrists. They all have half capes. I love a half cape. Then the Red Ranger in the middle. I don't know what animal that is. It's some sort of. It looks like, I don't know, maybe a phoenixy. I don't know. Lots of. See, the one once you go from ram to butterfly, then I'm like, I don't know what this is. So the rest of them I cannot figure out if they're supposed to be birds, but they all got the similar cool belt. It's, the green was a green jumpsuit, red's a red jumpsuit, yellow's a yellow jumpsuit, pink and blue. It's a light, sort of almost powder blue. They have the mini skirts.
Yeah, not in love with the power blue, to be honest.
I like powder blue, so. But yeah, I dig them.
I'm generally pro Sentai, not my favorite. To be honest.
Look, I haven't watched any Power Rangers since original Power Rangers, so I have not done every Ranger ever. So I'm just looking at this, as costumes, and I looked up the costume designer as credited on the show is Gavin McLean. They've got 21 costume designing credits. Did 2 other Power Ranger shows, I think.
Oh wait, hold on. So that sounds like an American dude did the design for this.
I mean, look, I'm just going with the credits on IMDb. So
because I thought they usually it's Japan sets the design and then America spices the footage and then.
Girl, the Power Rangers stuff is confusing.
Okay, yeah.
Look, they're listed. I don't think that Gavin McLean made this unless this was entirely filmed in America. but I
Right.
don't know. I'm not doing all that research.
Yeah, my pals at Ranger Splayed need to explain. Ranger explain this to me.
All right.
Alright,
So,
so
like, I think they're like real. It's a pretty good superhero team costume.
right,
Like, I like how like they got the white turtlenecks going up under the helmets,
right.
so it's just like no exposed skin.
So I don't think it's as good as, speaking of Catwoman, Jungle Strike Catwoman.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
I don't. I'm not feeling this, to be honest. Like, it's like, whatever.
really.
Yeah, I'm not feeling like.
Where
I
is
know we don't.
Jungle
I know.
Strike?
I know we don't have. We have
Okay.
other. Like, this is our first Power Ranger group, but like I have enough like pop culture passing knowledge to know what Power Ranger like designs I like versus I don't. And like these, I don't know. Like, not feeling it. Not feeling the choices. Like, I know
See, I
it's
really
like,
like the helmet, the helmets with the visors. I think they're kind of neat. I love a half cape too. So.
yeah, the kids
But
cool.
like,
Just, yeah, I don't know. It's like I see this like,
I mean, look, if you're saying it's not as good as Jungle Strike Catwoman, I'm okay with that.
yeah.
I think they're better than Namor and Nightcrawler.
I think it's. I think once again, I think that's. I think Catwoman's my ceiling, and I think but it's better than Namor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think it's
The
right
new
there.
number 52.
Yeah.
Power Rangers Mystic Force. Core 5. I don't know.
I will say the belts are rad. Those are some good belts.
Yeah, those are some like
Yeah.
neat belts, and
Yeah.
like it looks like was that a sword hanging from them?
It's like, I don't know, dagger maybe.
Yeah, dagger
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah.
All right, so
All right.
you got
So-
Tokusatsu
Right.
plus wrestling.
Okay.
What's your guess?
Ooh. Daniel Warren Johnson. No. I'm gonna say. Okay. Here's my guess, and I'm probably wrong. It's gonna be King from Tekken.
All right, you are wrong. It is Jushin Thunder Liger.
I mean, I'm right in a roundabout way, but wrong in the actual truth.
Yeah.
Okay, scroll up.
Jushin Thunder Liger rules.
Yeah, scroll
Look,
up.
he designed the mask based off of Jushin Liger from the anime of Jushin Liger. He is, look, he's a superhero in wrestling. He's just like an anime character in wrestling. I don't know how to best like to describe it. He's got like a demon mask with like horns sticking out the sides, and it's red and blue mixtures of blues, and he's got fangs, sort of like the a Tengu type face.
Right.
But like he's got like this is with the entrance gear where he's got the silver flowing cape with the big sharp pauldrons that come down the front, and like it's the classic red and white Jushin Thunder Liger outfit. Like I don't look. If you don't, I highly recommend checking this out. Like he's got like the white kick pads and like white up to white knee pads with like fun like circle and black lines, and then like there's the white like shards that come down over like his thighs, and like the diamond pointing down on his crotch. Like look, it's just real great looking, folks.
I know he predates this, but I see this and I immediately think Strong Bad from Homestar Runner. But I mean that in a positive way. That is a good association,
Yeah.
you know? It's
That is
wrestling.
fair, but like that's
Again,
yeah.
I know he predates Strong Bad, but I
Obvious.
just can't unsee that. Okay, so time to look at the list. So I'm looking at the Riddler Silver Age Nagante area. What do you think? This is better
It's
or worse?
definitely better than Nagante.
Okay.
Gigante.
Yes. Better or
Where
worse than
is-
Silver Age? He's at 20. We're at 28 right now.
28. Better than Silver Age Riddler.
Okay. Just League Action Poison Ivy.
Better.
Okay.
Mario is like, I don't know.
oddly comparable, I think. I
Yeah,
think
that's
this is-
that's what I was thinking. Like
Yeah.
he's very comparable.
These are both
Honestly, I think
iconic
he's
as hell.
no. I think he's better than. I think even. Spawn.
Ooh.
I'm looking around
Ooh.
Spawn.
Okay. So I'm thinking. I'm
Ooh,
thinking
Wolverine Hellfire going.
that's Laura.
Okay, yeah. I was like,
I don't think it's. I
Yeah,
think it's between. This is our new number 19. Better than Spawn. Not as good as Carol Danvers.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's just like, yeah, that head
Yeah.
looks real good.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, this is not only really good, but it's like never changed,
Right.
but it's just like, oof.
Well, they nailed it in one, you know?
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, if you look up, like, Japanese wrestling in the dictionary, this is the images you're going to see.
probably. Yeah. Jushin Thunder Liger rules
Right.
people.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Look, yeah, you were Princess of Choir, sister.
I think he wrestled for WWE like once, maybe twice. And it
Yeah.
was like NXT Brooklyn, and he had a match with Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze, and it was the weirdest thing ever. It's like, oh, they just brought him in just for this one weird match. Okay, sure.
I do miss
I was
Tyler.
there for that. It was
I do miss
great.
Tyler Breeze. I was. Oh, which takeover was that? Was that takeover?
This is the first takeover.
Oh, see, I went to the one where it was Samoa Joe versus Nakamura for the belt, which I think was 2 or 3. I forget.
Let's see. I was at 1, 3, and 4, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I saw just Mr. Liger wrestle that weird Ring of Honor Japan show at the Garden a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, which was a mixed bag of wrestling.
Let's see. Well, it was the new number 19.
Yeah.
I'm like looking. I'm like, no, wait. I'm sorry. I gotta go higher. He's better than BioArmor Guyver.
Ooh. Okay. Where is he? So you're saying he's better than Viper too?
Dang, that's hard.
And Cactuar?
How is BioArmor Guyver? BioArmor
Looks
Guyver
Looks
is
cool
pretty
as hell.
cool looking.
Yeah.
I've definitely misspelled Guyver on here.
I will say I'll give him 16 over Havoc, but I don't think it's better than fucking
BTAS Redler.
Yeah. Which puts him in the top 20 regardless.
All right,
Yeah.
it's a negotiation.
Yeah.
BioArmor Guyver is.
Guyver fucking that's a fucking.
It is a pretty
strong
cool looking
design.
Guyver. It's not regular Guyver though. Regular Guyver would probably go higher.
I think that would go like between the Wasp and Guyver. That's the only at this point now. It's kind of like if someone submits black and gold armor Wasp, it would go directly above Wasp.
Wasp has many great looks. That's the problem. All right, and that
was a fun
our
list.
listener
That was a
submission.
very fun list.
Yeah,
I like that a whole
I was like, "There's a theme here."
Yeah,
it's hard to figure out.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, so I had to think about this one because I didn't we have an unspoken rule where we're not supposed to do top shooters, or at least potentially do top shooters.
Yeah, we're
like
mostly trying to avoid the iconic stuff, I think.
Right.
But
I'm going with a design I like because it's very simple, very fun. I think it's going to be a fun comparison to noted plumber Mario.
All right.
So it is going to be my favorite Pokemon.
Oh.
And that is Psyduck from Generation 1.
I do love Psyduck.
So I have a lot of fond memories of the first generation Pokemon because my sister was young enough to be that key demographic. So I'd watch the cartoon with her and play with her, and she's like, "I like Pikachu. Pikachu's very good." I was like, "Oh, so we got here. We had I like Charmander at first. He's a little dragon guy. That's kind of cute."
You gotta slow down, Christy. You're doing the thing.
My sister, so Charmander was cute. This motherfucker is a big dopey duck.
So dumb.
He's a psychic Pokemon.
I love him.
He the more damage he takes is his headache gets bigger, and the worse his headache is, the more psychic damage he could do. He's kind of like Charles Xavier if it wasn't a bastard. So Sonic is a big old yellow duck. I assume everyone knows what ducks look like.
Yeah, look, this does not really look like a duck.
Duck
this looks like a duck Garfield looks like a cat.
Yeah, right. But Garfield is a cat. To this day, I can't it's the vacant look in his eyes and her eyes. I shouldn't mention the Pokemon, and the 3 little hairs it has on top of its head.
The fact that there's no mouth, it's just a big bill jutting out, so you don't see a mouth, and it's he never opens. Does he?
If you watch the anime, it opens.
Okay.
But
it's just the big white eyes with a little dot of a pupil.
Yes.
Just always holding his head.
Right, 'cause he has a nasty headache.
this poor boy.
It's a good Pokemon. I fucking love Psyduck so much.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I don't know why. Look, Psyduck gives me Charlie Brown feelings.
Yeah. Same energy.
It's just good grief all the time.
Right, but if Lucy was to take the ball away from Psyduck would blast her mentally.
Yeah.
Um,
Psyduck's
okay,
pretty great.
you love
Okay,
Psyduck, so
so
I immediately go to Mario because like I feel like that's a good comparison. Do you think this is better or worse than Mario, iconic video game
that's
character Mario?
tough.
Right,
Yeah, I mean, wow, it's pretty wild how many things are above Mario when you think
right.
about it.
What's one
But
of the things is like Mario's like one of the most iconic video game characters, if not, but like iconic and cool design, not necessarily. Yeah.
Psyduck's definitely cuter than
Yes.
Mario. That's
Yes.
the thing.
Right.
Psyduck's real cute.
Right.
Um, new number 20? Right below. Wait, no. That's Carol. I was thinking Wasp.
So what's better, Psyduck or Spawn?
I was actually. I thought 19 was the Wasp from Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, cause like EMH Wasp real cute.
Right.
Psyduck real cute. All right, like does Psyduck go near Cactuars? I guess is the next question.
Okay. See, like I'm content with him hanging with Tracer,
All right,
but like
Tracer. Okay, it's around
Tracer
21.
is 21, right? Uh,
I would have Psyduck go above Tracer.
Okay. Again, it comes down to back to
Yeah.
my question: what's better, Psyduck or Spawn?
This is biased, but like Psyduck.
Yeah, right. Like
Spawn's fun in that
cool.
90s
Like I
edgelord
see
way.
Psyduck, I'm like, yeah, Psyduck. He's a big old Pokemon.
Psyduck's adorable.
Right.
Like if I look, yeah, if I'm gonna buy a Spawn, if I had the choice of buying one of, well, Spawn would fit in more with the comic stuff, but like,
Right.
yeah, Psyduck's real cute.
Yeah.
I'm more likely to own a Psyduck plushie than I am a Spawn thing.
Yeah, I definitely have several Psyduck plushie in storage right now.
Psyduck.
Psyduck number 20. All right. What you know? It's a good ranker for Psyduck.
Polymon. Nope, that's not how you spell it.
No, that is.
Pokemon.
I'm not. That's going in a direction I'm not comfortable with for talking about Pokemon. I'm gonna stop sharing.
All right, so we'll do my one submissions.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yo, look, it's on brand with some wrestlings again.
good.
So, I chose this before looking at this week's submissions. So, you know, so basically, she had a bad showing last week because she, you know, Thunder Rosa. She tried to do a very loving tribute that just wasn't great looking.
Right.
So, I'm gonna do one of her great looks.
Okay. Cool.
This is from, I think it's, let me look, New Year's Smash,
Okay.
and this is her X-23 cosplay.
Oh shit! Shit, that rules.
Yeah,
Yes.
it rules. So there's the close up,
Yeah.
and there's like the backstage
Yeah.
pose shot. So it is Laura Kinney cosplay. It's the blue and gold, the blue and yellow. You know, the crop top. She's got like her wrist taped together with the black, and she's holding like the two blades between her fingers. Yeah, she's got red circles around her knees with TR for Thunder Rosa, and like red circle around her belt. Of course, the half face paint. When you look at it closer, she's got like the Wolverine sort of like cut stripes of the cow for the half paint.
So good.
The cheap, and like, you know, it's white with like blue and gold lightning bolt up the top. The black lipstick's so good.
Yeah. Love this. Love this.
And like, yeah, it's just it's a real look. I know Johnny wrestlers love to cosplay comic book characters.
Yes. Yes.
Some can pull it off. This was a delight.
Yes.
I mean, there's other wrestlers that have other like. If somebody ever like, I'm not gonna. Well, I might eventually submit it, but the one time Jade Cargill dressed up as Jade from Mortal Kombat, it was fucking. It melted so many people's brains. It was so hot.
Didn't Jade also do a My Hero Academia costume recently?
You know,
I think a bunny girl. I want to say.
I don't think so.
I think that was. Yeah, I think
I don't think she's ever done a bunny girl.
Yeah,
But,
hold
like,
on.
also, I don't know My Hero. I know of it. But
Right. I'm gonna have to Google this right now.
I'm the wrong person to ask for that. Oh, she's got gold eyeshadow. It's real good looking. So yeah, X-23 Thunder Rosa.
Rules. She didn't do a My Hero Academia costume. Anyway, yeah, okay. So,
Sorry.
Okay. So,
Definitely better than Kid Bandit Maki Ito.
Oh, so I'm looking at other Wolverine.
Other
Yeah.
Lara?
Yeah, because these are both Wolverine costumes. Is this better or worse than Hellfire Gala?
Hellfire Gala Wolverine.
Yeah, which is I think
that is number 18.
Yeah, it rules. It rips.
That is real cute.
Right.
Damn, that's tough. Because like this is like seeing it as art versus seeing it on a real person.
Right. And like this
but
is like
also,
heavily
honestly,
inspired, but
also that Hellfire outfit, you could easily pretty much see on a real person.
Right,
It's not
right.
beyond.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. We're like what, a week and a half out from San Diego Comic-Con. We're gonna see a cosplayer or two with that.
Okay, so honestly, all right. Oh, how is Havoc above? Did I argue for Havoc being above Wolverine?
Yeah, because it's that
jacket.
It's,
that jacket
yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was all you. I'm never gonna put Havoc that high otherwise.
This is a tough one. I think that's perfect. Like, I'm going to say below Lara.
Okay.
I think it's below Carol.
Okay, so is this better or worse than Psyduck?
That's tough.
Because like it's cool to see this. Like, is that the whole thing? Is like what's like it's very cool to see this. Like I was excited because I had forgotten she wore this before, and I do love this look. But Psyduck is also Psyduck.
Yeah, Psyduck's.
I think
I love Psyduck. Psyduck's great. I'm probably gonna root for Psyduck in this. But
yes.
like, I just had the image of like, man, imagine if Psyduck painted half his face. Imagine if Psyduck did a Thunder Rosa costume.
Yeah, I was thinking, what if Psyduck with like the old school like brown like little like Wolverine costume, just like little like 40 things.
Like imagine Psyduck dressed as Thunder Rosa. That ruled.
Hey, also good.
Any artist friends that listen,
yes,
if you want to do a Thunder Rosa Psyduck, please do.
Or like, what if she was like in a, like you had the like was it Kigumis, like the pajama things?
Oh, Kigurumi.
Yeah, her coming out with a Psyduck one, also good.
That'd be pretty wild.
Yeah, I think this goes between Psyduck and Spawn.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Spawn guy had a good showing, but like,
I'm sorry, Al Simmons, but you know,
I'm sure sometimes it is.
I don't have as much of a relationship with you as I do professional wrestling, let alone women's professional wrestling.
Yeah, right. Oh, that was a good choice. I was.
Yeah, like I was like, I need to find an image real quick, and this was already in my Divas of Design folder, so I was like, oh, I'll just use this.
Right, it's very good. Does that make Thunder Rosa? Oh no, just so we actually know tonight we had our highest wrestlers now, with Liger and Rosa. It's also funny because like I keep on considering Mario the high point, and now we have Psyduck, Tracer.
So 82. Yeah. The midway would be 41.
Yeah.
Jaina Proudmoore is like the midway point.
That makes sense because like that's when that gets good.
So Mario's still in the first half.
Right. I was like, the most iconic video game character. There are currently 2 video game characters on the list that we rank higher. Three. I'm sorry. Cactuar is still our highest video game character on here.
That is yes, that is true. That's video game originally in video game.
Yeah, 13.
Pac-Man would probably go pretty high. I'm not gonna lie.
Pac-Man would be a top shooter. I'd put Pac-Man over
Pac-Man and Pac-Man 2.
Yeah, any Pac-Mans or Miss Pac-Man, I put over Ghostbusters, to be honest.
Oh wow!
I think
Pac-Man, so we cannot. All right, we should not talk about.
No. Well, yeah. If you want to submit Inky, if we can submit Inky, Binky, and the rest of the ghosts.
Clyde. Yeah.
Clyde, thank you. The ghosts. That was That was really fun. Holy crap.
Yeah. All right. So, if listeners wish to submit their own options for us to hear us rant and rave about and poorly describe for listeners, you can do that by sending us an email at divasofdesignpod@gmail.com, or honestly, look, if you want to just tag us on Twitter with 3 images, just tag us on Twitter at Divas of Design, or you can send submissions to Christie, because otherwise, like, sometimes Christie likes to surprise me with a list. That'll be fun. That's fun. Because I control the email, and it's more fun this way, I guess. for Christie because she doesn't know what's coming.
No.
So. Christie, where can they reach out to you?
Geez. You can find me below. If you look down, it says @theanarchist. That is currently my Twitter and Instagram handler. Once the HRT starts, I'll probably add a TIE at the end of that, or at least try to. You can also find me on
Why
TikTok.
Wait? Just do it.
He's lazy. You can also find me on TikTok and Twitch at NY Snark Exchange, where most of our video game content goes there. Yeah, I have nothing else to plug really. I think all I'm doing is this video games tabletop nonsense for the next couple of weeks.
All right. You can follow me at Jolene00 on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, which still don't do. So, but you can always see my makeup photos on Twitch, or no, Instagram, not Twitch. Our music is Keep Calm and Pocket? No, One Fine Day by Keep Calm and Pocket? Let me pull up my script. Real dumb. Real class act here. One Fine Day from Keep Calm and Podcast, which you're listening to right now through the magic of editing. And, you know, I know it's my week to do the sign off. And, good night.
Trans rights.
Trans rights. You know, yeah. All right, damn it! I can't just end on that. It's like, look, damn it! All right, please support. Just let's go beat up the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
That's this week. That's this month's sign off.
It's
Fuck
time.
the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
really.
fuck
Yeah.
Fight him.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.